local, late-breaking. This is WDSU News at 5.
And I'm Travis Cummings. A standoff took place outside the governor's mansion, which led to a planned meeting between activists and city leaders. And in New York, police arrested 74 people during a Black Lives Matter movement on Friday. 2 journalists were also detained during the protest, and demonstrators began taking custody at roughly 10 p.m. The journalists Carlette Clear and Justin Carter were released a short time later.
These protests have sparked from recent police shootings around the nation, including the deadly shooting of Philando Castile in Minnesota. Castile was pulled over for a broken tail light when he was shot and killed by a police officer. Castile's girlfriend caught the aftermath of the shooting on camera in a Facebook Live video shortly after Castile's mother spoke out about her son. For the latest updates, download our WDSU mobile app. Neighbors in an uptown neighborhood woke up to nothing but scraps on their lawns. The police station received calls between 1 and 2 this morning from residents saying their garbage was on fire. No suspects have been identified in this crime. If you have any information, call NOPD or Crime Stoppers. Now, if you're wanting to go outdoors, there are a few things you may want to consider. Well, Spencer, you know, it's been too hot, just a little bit too hot for me. So tell us what's going on. Now, taking a look at what's trending, Rihanna gained some major fan points this week. That's right, Travis.
Matthew McConaughey will return to his alma mater to co-teach an advanced film class this fall. The Oscar winner will be joined by Hunger Games director Gary Ross to give students an in-depth look at his latest movie, Free State of Jones. Beer for breakfast, that's what Starbucks is aiming for with its latest brew. Thank you so much, Kyra. Coming up next, the Saints are headed to training camp and the Pelicans are preparing for this year's draft. Right, City Park officials say that there are alligators lurking here in the lagoons, and they also say that the strategy they have to protect their visitors is twofold. The museum just broke ground on the Liberation Pavilion, and then if you come over here, you can see the campaign. Tall grass and abandoned property are just some of the things that people in this community are dealing with. They say they've reached out to the city several times, but none of them have gotten an answer yet. Masses of people were here at the church since early this morning. Friends and family came to celebrate the homegoing of Deputy Michel and stand by the people who work closely with him each day. It was a dreary dawn at Believer's Life Family Church in Gretna.
The easiest thing today is going to be to cry, quite frankly, and the hardest thing is going to be to fight back the multitude of emotions.
A place where the many lives touched by Jefferson Parish Deputy Sheriff David Michel all gathered to pay tribute. Michel was shot and killed Wednesday while trying to stop a pedestrian on Manhattan Boulevard.
It's an emotional thing. Whenever you have worked in that line, in that field, it's a sad day when you know one of your fellow officers have been hurt or killed.
The casket, all covered in red, white, and blue, and bared by the men who stood by him on the line.
This is all one family, one law enforcement family for us, and so when we've lost one, it hurts all of us.
First, a private service for the family, followed by the public, all lined up for their opportunity to say farewell.
Complete sadness, complete sadness. I just don't know what's happening to the world today.
Deputy Michel's brothers and sisters in law enforcement from all across the country paid their respects with a shared sorrow.
The violence against law enforcement and our citizens has got to stop. This is the worst thing I have to do as a law enforcement official.
And as he's put to rest, both memories and a message to the rest of the world.
Every time you see a local or state police officer, thank them for what they do. They're the ones that are keeping you safe. It's a difference between chaos and sanity.
Everyone I talked to had nothing but great things to say about the deputy. People from this community are saying that a group of teenagers are responsible for this burned down trash can and many others along this street. They say they are very disappointed that this type of thing is happening.
Yeah, I just can't figure out why would they do something like this, you know.
A heated night for many residents on Peniston Street between LaSalle and Ferret. Neighbors say trash cans on the block were burned by a group of teenagers.
Well, I tell you what, this is disgusting. It's just a bunch of young teenagers and they ain't got nothing else to do.
The fire department got several calls in response to outraged residents in an uptown area around 1 o'clock Tuesday morning.
They put the fires out. They were just going back and forth down the blocks putting fires out.
Neighbors gave us video that shows 4 people in the area torching at least 1 trash can and 1 person who appears to be trying to break into a truck. For neighbor Nah Shakir, this is a bad start to the summer break.
School is out, and already they are affecting the neighborhoods by burning up garbage cans. We're going to have floating burnt garbage sitting around until the city is able to get some more newer cans out here to pick this up.
NOPD and the fire department are continuously investigating this. The city said that they will be replacing these trash cans, so homeowners do not have to worry about replacing them. But for now, from uptown New Orleans, I'm Travis Cummings, WDSU News.